Hi, I'm Danny Knightmare.
I'm Gory Movie.
And we're Horror Addicts.
And today we're gonna go see Slender Man.
Ooh. What's your expectations?
They're pretty low.
Okay. I think this movie has a slender chance of being good.
The trailers didn't look that great. I feel like this is gonna be your Blumhousey summer blockbuster horror film where it's just gonna be a bunch of cheap jump scares and probably a bunch of CGI.
Trying to scare maybe 13-year-olds or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
I haven't really ever seen a good Slender Man movie, not too many anyways.
Oh god, Slender was awful.
Slender was probably one of the worst movies of 2 years ago, I believe, is when we did a review and saw it.
2015.
Yeah, that was garbage. It also didn't really slender. This movie, I know just from the trailers, does actually have a Slender Man in it, so it has that much going for it.
It's got some horror kids in it. It's got Joey King, who was in The Conjuring, and Wishapon. It's got the gal who was in Oculus, who played the younger version of...
Okay, the younger version of...
Yeah.
Right. Well, they're both pretty cool, so we'll check it out. Let you know. Alright, before I rant about the movie, that audience was horrible.
It was bad. It sounded like somebody was wrapping presents the whole time.
And someone spilt like there's $8 popcorn and then later there's Skittles or some shit and like, oh man, that was horrible.
It was one of the worst audiences ever.
Alright, now for the movie itself.
It was bad.
It sucked.
If you thought Bye Bye Man was bad, Bye Bye Man is like Oscar worthy compared to this film.
I think they both are garbage, but I can understand why you would say that. Is it the worst Slender Man movie I've ever seen? I don't know, but none of them are good.
I have yet to see a decent Slender Man movie. We've seen Slender.
That
it was bad. You can check out our review. We've seen this. It's garbage. This is the worst movie we've seen at the theater this year.
Thankfully, we watched this with our Movie Pass, which I know Movie Pass is probably out the door, but we got the year-long subscription, and we've more than made our money's worth on it. But I hope this is not the last movie we see with it, because that'd be sad. This movie was just awful.
It was so bad. My bar for this movie was already very low. I was thinking some Blumhousey, teenager, jump scare crap. No, my bar was so low, and somehow this movie limboed its ass under that bar and still managed to surprise me by its level of crappiness.
We mentioned earlier Ren, she's played by
Joey King.
In the first 10 minutes of this movie, I thought she was going to be the only likable character, but about 10 minutes into it, I realized there is no likable character.
She is overacting throughout the whole thing. She's completely unlikable. We also get the girl from Oculus. She did a pretty decent job, but she's barely in the movie.
They killed her off right away. Sorry if that spoils much, but lucky her. This movie...
And I'm not going to give you guys any spoilers, but we'll give you a brief synopsis of the plot. And one thing I will tell you right away is much of what you saw in the trailer is not in the movie.
So right off the bat, the guys have a secret meeting where they're gonna go summon the Slender Man. So, you know, girls gotta do what the guys gotta do. Except for, I guess, the guys chicken shitted out of it. Girls have a little slumber party.
And it's honestly a lot like The Ring. They find a video online and they watch it, and if you follow the instructions, it will summon the Slender Man, and then it shows you this crap video. It has a lot of Illuminati symbols in it.
Yeah.
And then you're infected, and the Slender Man will either take you to his world, or he will leave you behind and you will kill yourself or go crazy or just be tormented.
So it's got like Samara, because of the whole video viral thing. He infects your mind kind of Bye Bye Man style, and he is abducting like thousands of children Pennywise style. All those characters though are way better than the Slender Man in this movie. He has no personality. He has nothing scary about him.
The scenes that had him in it, they were horribly constructed with CGI, and he's not remotely scary. I think if you're a CreepyPasta fan, you're going to be horribly disappointed.
Yeah, I don't know who this was supposed to be scaring. 13-year-olds maybe, but...
I don't think so. There was nothing scary about this movie. To talk about the blood and gore, none of the deaths happen on screen. Just call this blood light would be generous.
In fact, killing these little teenage girls is really hard for Slender Man because he takes like 3 or 4 times to kind of off them off screen eventually.
And one of the most frustrating things about this movie is there's absolutely no structure. Like normally in a movie you can tell, okay, we're in the second act now, we're in the third act, it's wrapping up. I was constantly wondering, when the fuck is this going to be over? I mean, I sat through this shit because I knew I needed to get this review up, but I honestly might have walked out otherwise. I just feel like it went on and on and on, and I was bored to tears. You literally.
Yeah, I literally was bored to tears. I yawned and I just, whoa.
The only thing I can say that was good about this movie is some of the cinematography is pretty good.
There's some good cinematography in there. I also liked wherever they filmed it. The locations look great, except for the fact the last half of the movie is so dark where you can't really see anything anyways.
Yeah.
But the beginning of the movie looked great.
In the beginning, there's one scene where the first girl who experiences the Slender Man is looking into the woods, and they did something funky with the camera to where it looked like the woods were almost like kind of coming alive, and I thought that was a cool shot. And it seemed like the cinematographer did the best they could with the script they were given, but the direction in this is complete crap. I think the director just phoned it in from home or something because it's garbage.
Oh yeah, it was really bad. The score is good and ominous, but unfortunately I felt like half the time I was watching ominous music over like stock footage from the Discovery Channel of these like beautiful trees and stuff, and it's like it wouldn't be scary if you didn't put creepy music to it.
There was a shot of the moon like passing in the sky, and I'm like, I swear to God, I've seen that in like YouTube stock footage.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of story that should be suspenseful. It should be intriguing, and I was completely uninvested. I just really wanted it to end.
It was as long as the Slender Man himself.
Now, their attempts at scares are laughably bad. I cannot see anybody being afraid of this stuff. It's so bad, it's funny. This is like, I'm talking Happening level of bad here, like the movie The Happening. Like, this is a movie I can see people maybe watching to drink and make fun of, but it's really bad, guys.
At least Truth or Dare, as bad as that was like a fun kind of, you could laugh. It was like kind of funny.
It was still a good time. I mean, I recognized it was a bad movie, but I enjoyed it in a guilty pleasure kind of way. There was nothing enjoyable about this. This was just a terrible movie. This is a movie that honestly probably shouldn't exist. There's nothing redeemable about this pile of CGI garbage.
I feel like I kind of awkwardly stumbled into a funeral where I didn't know the person who passed away, so I didn't feel bad, but it was just quiet and boring, and I, like, you know, sat there quietly throughout the whole thing. There was one attempt I thought where the scare was gonna be good. The guy puts on some psychedelic music, and I, like, you know, the Slender Man's coming. I'm like, okay, I'm intrigued. But then it gave me the worst jump scare attempt of a scare, I don't know, where I thought I was actually being pranked. I laughed because I was like, what? Seriously, this is where you went? You had the mood built up, but then you went for the worst thing you could ever show me. There was a dream sequence where she wakes up. Oh, but then it's another dream sequence. Oh shit. But then like 5 minutes later, she's in another dream like state at the hospital, and I was hoping Freddy Krueger would pop out and say, welcome to a better movie, bitch, because oh, I just wanted to get out of this film.
Honestly, for a movie called Slender Man, it really didn't Slender Man. He's barely in it, and when he is in it, he looks terrible. He's not developed at all as a character. They don't even really give you a lot of background on the mythos of the Slender Man. I think I've learned more from listening to CreepyPastas than from watching this movie.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say not a good date movie.
I'm gonna give this, I think this is the first time I've seen a movie at the theater where I'm gonna give it this rating, but I'm gonna give it a kill it with fire.
I'm gonna definitely say skip it, maybe kill it with fire. Fuck it, I don't know.
Kill it with fire.
Don't see this film.
This is a bad movie. It's probably going to be one of the bottom 5 of my list for this year, but this is a bad movie. This isn't just a skippable movie, in my opinion. It is a complete and utter waste of your time.
Maybe some 14-year-olds will like it when it's on Netflix or something.
I gotta say, our son is 14 years old, and I think even Lols would agree that this is garbage.
Yeah, he probably would, so I can't recommend this to anybody.
No.
Not even Slenderman fans. You'll find way better stuff online for free to entertain you about Slenderman than this movie. Anyways, let us know if you've seen the Slenderman on screen or in the woods. Either way, tell us about it down in the comments.
And of course, if you want to see more of these Let's See movie review vlogs where you take you with us to the theater, be sure to hack that thumbs up button and subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos.
Thanks for watching.
Cut!
Yeah.